The company gala was supposed to be a night of celebration. Drinks, music, laughter, a chance to let loose after months of deadlines, late nights, and endless emails. I thought it would be fun to attend with my wife, Claire. She looked stunning, her dress sparkling under the chandeliers. I felt proud walking beside her, imagining the night would be ours. But I was wrong. No sooner had we entered the ballroom than I noticed him, her boss, Mr. Donovan. The kind of man who exuded power in every gesture, every glance, every word. I'd met him briefly before, always polite, always commanding respect. But that night, I saw a different side of him, one that made my stomach tighten. He strode toward us with a grin that didn't reach his eyes. "Claire," he said, placing a hand possessively on her back. "You're coming with me tonight. I've saved a seat at my table." I froze. The crowd seemed to blur around us. My mind raced. Did she agree to this? Had she even noticed he was taking her hand? Before I could speak, she didn't resist. She smiled politely and allowed him to lead her away. My chest tightened, a mix of disbelief and rage bubbling inside me. I could feel the whispers of colleagues, the subtle glances, the judgment. And yet, I didn't panic. I didn't raise my voice. I simply observed. Every alpha move he made, every subtle way he tried to assert control over her, only fueled the fire in me. Moments later, I made my move. I approached their table slowly, confidently, like I owned the room, because in this moment, I did. The chatter quieted slightly as I walked past, and eyes followed me. I placed my hand gently on Claire's shoulder. "Mind if I join you?" I asked, my tone calm but firm. Mr. Donovan looked up, startled. She's my guest tonight," he said, trying to reclaim his dominance. I smiled, not aggressively, just enough to let him know he had misjudged the situation. "I'm her husband. I think I might be a better choice." The entire table went silent. Claire looked at me, a mixture of surprise and relief in her eyes. Donovan's confident grin faltered, replaced by a flicker of uncertainty. "I believe I can explain," I continued, keeping my voice smooth, controlled. "You see, she's been mine long before tonight, and while I respect your position, I don't appreciate attempts to claim what isn't yours." He opened his mouth, stammering, searching for some retort. But I wasn't finished. I gently took Claire's hand, leading her away from his table, back to the dance floor. The crowd parted just enough for us to pass, the whispers growing louder with every step. As we moved through the room, Claire whispered, "Thank you." Her eyes sparkled with admiration and something deeper, relief, trust, love. I squeezed her hand and whispered back, "Always. No one gets to claim what's mine." For the rest of the night, we danced, laughed, and celebrated together. I didn't need to prove myself with aggression or confrontation. Calm, confidence, and timing were enough. By the end of the evening, I could see it clearly. Donovan had lost, not with words, but with subtlety, respect, and presence. That night taught me something important. Power isn't always about loud dominance. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to act, when to step in, and when to reclaim what matters without making a scene. I had watched my wife be claimed, and in a quiet, deliberate moment, I reminded everyone in that room who truly belonged to her. By the end of the gala, Claire was smiling genuinely, free from the tension Donovan had tried to impose. And I realized, nothing, not even someone with status or arrogance, could ever undermine the bond we shared, as long as I had the courage to act.